As the Looney Tunes fanfare begins to echo its way to the outer concourses of Heinz Field, I know the t-shirt will have to wait. The most dangerous band in the world was mere moments from taking the stage. Following this appropriate throwback to the days of vaudeville theatrics, the theme from the movie The Equalizer begins to play. Hustling my way through the crowd, I abandoned my second attempt to find the shirt I was looking for and make a beeline for the floor. Ticket, check. Wristband, check. Another ticket, check, and I reach the line which descends the steps leading to the field. Hallowed ground to most Pittsburghers, the house the Rooneys built. Well, the taxpayers of Allegheny County, but that is another story. Usually reverberating with the sounds of Sunday tradition, the field has been repurposed to suit an entirely different need. The need for the people of Pittsburgh to revel in the rock and roll splendor that is Guns N' Roses. 35,000 plus in attendance, the atmosphere surrounding Heinz Field, halfway between 1986's heavy metal parking lot and a middle-aged version of Penelope Spheeris' Decline of Western Civilization 2. One and all in an exuberant mood over Guns N' Roses' long-awaited return to Pittsburgh. I caught Wolfmother's opening set while waiting in two separate merchandise lines, but listening from afar will not suffice when Axl, Slash, and Duff are prowling the stage looking for blood. And out for blood they certainly were. From the opening bass line to show opener It's So Easy, Guns N' Roses circa 2016 grabs you by the throat and nuts and refuses to let go for 2.5 hours. Making my way to my seat, the whole crowd screams along for It's So Easy, and I settle into my little corner of rock and roll heaven for a show I have been waiting 25 years to see. Opening with It's So Easy, Mr. Brownstone was next to follow, and just in case the nostalgia was running high, song number 3 was Chinese Democracy, an excellent song from 2007's Chinese Democracy album. I did enjoy hearing Slash and Duff smear their fingerprints all over this latter-day GNR song. An absolutely scathing version of Welcome to the Jungle follows, with a vocal attack equal parts sandpaper and broken glass, but unmistakably W. Axl Rose. A familiar drum beat and an extended improvisation built around a slyly sadistic guitar riff heralds the beginnings of Double Talkin' Drive. Always one of my personal favorites. It was incredible to hear Slash have his way with a jaw-dropping solo during the song's extended outro. With the double talk behind us, the sinewy guitar melody of Estranged fills the air. A stone-cold epic, every twist, every turn, from soaring highs to crashing lows, Estranged perfectly encapsulates the pomposity and grandeur that Guns N' Roses is capable of capturing with their music. With Live and Let Die, concluding a mini-tour of the Use Your Illusion magnum opuses, Axl and company embark on our sexually adventurous portion of our evening with an anthem to 1980s hedonistic love, Rocket Queen. Hearing Duff McKagan hold down the low end during Richard Fortus's guitar solo and Slash's talkbox excursion was one of those moments where you truly realize how important an individual component can be to a unique whole. If Rocket Queen represents the youthful innocence of sexual exploration, the jaded rock star romance of You Could Be Mine is the only song that could logically follow. Grade A red meat. You Could Be Mine is utterly ferocious, as if our time-traveling T-100 friend is in attendance and the band's life depended on it. Having started at 8:45 p.m., the darkening sky is just beginning to reveal the full visual impact of the stage. A wide-open design allows everyone to hold their own territory, but still move freely about the stage. Brightly lit risers flank center stage, and a bulbous protrusion allows access to the crowd. Giant video screens form a backdrop that would make Metallica proud. On this grandiose stage, our old-school punk representative, Duff McKagan, steps up to the microphone. Beginning with a tiny taste of Johnny Thunder's You Can't Put Your Arms Around a Memory, the band, sans Axl, launch into the Stooges' raw power, from the oft-derided yet thoroughly excellent Spaghetti Incident covers album. Returning to the stage, Axl begins a contemplative middle act for tonight's show. Later-day ballad This I Love starts the introspection, followed by the social meditation of Civil War. This I Love reaches its transcendence when the full band joins in and Slash puts his patented signature on the guitar solo. As relevant now as it was 25 years ago, Civil War is still a battle cry against apathy and the evil that men do. Just one of many moments where the crowd was overwhelming, Civil War had all singing along. Before the opening to Coma hit my ears, I was amazed at the show so far. However, by the time the life and death sonic mindfuck that is Coma had run its 10-plus minute course, I knew I was watching one of the greatest concerts I have ever seen. While Axl's periodic costume changes only consisted of various t-shirts and assorted headwear, a far cry from the short shorts and full boxing regalia of the Use Your Illusion tour, his absences left the band to take the spotlight. In this instance, Slash, beginning with a guitar solo, leads the band through a cover of Speak Softly Love, the love theme from The Godfather. With Axl back on stage, the opening notes of Sweet Child of Mine filled the stadium. Up next was Better, another song off of Chinese Democracy. An odd choice, I initially thought. However, the build-up through the pre-chorus and into the chorus totally paid dividends in a stadium setting. The addition of a crushingly heavy intro added to a pleasantly interesting song selection. "Are you getting warmed up?" Axl asked the crowd before the descending opening to My Michelle emanates from the stage. Axl's acerbic vocals on particularly fine display here. An instrumental, Wish You Were Here, allows Slash and Richard Fortus to put a little wear on the fretboard. Entranced by the guitar wizardry, I fail to notice the grand piano that appears on stage, front and center. With Axl at the keys, the band rides the cooling Pittsburgh air with the outro from Derek and the Dominoes' Layla. With the piano at hand, Mr. Rose begins to play the masterpiece November Rain. The majesty and hopefulness of the early minutes of November Rain soon give way to its tragic climax. Its full 9-minute glory, a testament to a band that broke and rewrote the rules of rock radio and dominated MTV in almost 10-minute chunks. Sing Along Knocking on Heaven's Door brought an accolade from Axl for the crowd volume, and once again, Slash and Richard Fortus take the opportunity for some extended guitar interplay, even garnering a lighthearted joke from Axl about their extensive solo excursions. With Knocking on Heaven's Door in the rear view, the blare of a train whistle pierces the night. An amped-up Night Train follows to close the set. With the crowd chanting GNR, the band returns to the stage for an encore. The ballad Patience is the lone acoustic-based number of the night and gives the crowd a chance to rest and catch their breath before the show-closing duo of The Who's classic The Seeker and the timeless Paradise City. The final moments of Paradise City providing the soundtrack for an impressive fireworks display that would make some mid-sized cities jealous. 25 years and 2.5 hours later, slowly filing out of the stadium, I am just beginning to process what I just saw, heard, and experienced. I'm already sure it was one of the greatest concerts I have ever seen, and this is most definitely a show for the ages. The triumvirate of Axl, Slash, and Duff, along with the backing band Richard Fortus, Frank Ferrer, and Melissa Reese, are able to deliver a show that exceeds on all levels. From showmanship to sheer ability, from presentation to performance, Guns N' Roses in 2016 is still capable of delivering the rock and roll goods. While a workmanlike professionalism seems to have replaced the wild unpredictability of Guns N' Roses' earlier years, they still perform with the venomous intent that most modern rock acts sorely lack. With Slash and Duff back in the fold, the heart and soul of Guns N' Roses is nearly intact, and judging from onstage interaction, they all seem to genuinely enjoy performing together. So in closing, not in this lifetime, if you have any love for this band, this show is not to be missed.